Hey, what's up? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to another video. Hope all is well. So today we're going to be comparing two smartphones that I definitely think are probably two of my favorite smartphones to use right now, especially when it comes to the price point. And we'll talk about that. We'll get into the price, we'll get into the battery, we'll also get into the build quality as well as the performance, sound quality, and features and software. So make sure you guys stay locked in to the end of the video. If you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're new, but if you're already a part of the crew, salute. Yeah, so let's jump into it. We have the Moto G Stylus on the left, which is probably the best stylus phone, most affordable stylus phone from 2024. We are on the verge of getting the 2025 model, which I've been waiting very patiently for. It should be released maybe later in the month, maybe the 20th, maybe the 21st, which is like only like 6-7 days from now. But yeah, this phone right here is the one that I recommend right now for most people. It just makes the most sense. It feels like it has flagship performance and flagship features for the best price that you're going to be able to get it for. Like it was 250 at some point. It did go all the way back up to the normal price, I think, which was like $399 or something. But you know, the new one's coming out soon, but I still think with the price drops on this one, once the new one comes out, it's going to be really solid to pick up. But these phones are almost dead even when it comes to the features, the build quality, the materials used. The cameras are, you know, really good on both of these. I really do like the cameras on the HMD Skyline here. It has a very accurate scanner when it comes to taking pictures, and you could definitely get some really good shots. The shooter on here is amazing. It's got a 108 megapixel camera on here with optical image stabilization. But yeah, let's talk about what comes in the box. So with the Skyline, obviously, it's got this pink box. If you get the pink color for the Skyline, it's going to be $50 less. But if you get the blue one, it's going to be regular price. So yeah, it does come with your accessories. So the cord came in here right up top. You can see it's that blue cord, which that's kind of cool because it matches the phone. So you get the blue cord. It didn't come with the wall brick inside though, but it does come with the SIM tray remover tool and cardboard materials inside of here. So with the G Stylus, this one actually came without a wall brick as well. So we're just getting, you know, the basic stuff in here, like the wall charging cable and the SIM remover tool inside of these packages now. So this one's the black color, type C to type C. So yeah, you basically just get that when it comes to these phones now. But you know, I'm not gonna be like complaining about it. I mean, I got plenty of wall bricks that I can use in the house from other older phones that, you know, they charge fast. I've also got a bunch of chargers that I do charge up that are fast charging, so they're much faster than the ones that come with these phones. So yeah, I guess, you know, that does decrease some of the waste, but I guess that's just an excuse not to put them in there, save money, save costs. So yeah, these both have a similar design when it comes to the look of each of the phones. You can see we have a 50 megapixel camera featured on the Moto G Stylus and the 108 megapixel camera featured on the HMD Global. And they both have that like that double lens on there, which, you know, this one on the Moto G Stylus, you could see the little indentation, but it's also like not separated. It's all one piece and it's flush, but it does rock on a table. When you put it on the table, it does rock. The HMD does rock as well. So they both have that uneven camera bump on the back, which, you know, when you put them flat, you're gonna notice that it does rock. They both have the logo in the middle. We have squared off corners on the HMD Skyline, and then we also have rounded corners on the Moto G Stylus, and they do look almost identical when it comes to the width and also the height. So you have this really nice material on the HMD, but it does gather fingerprints. So it is matted though. And then you have like this vegan leather finish on the Moto G Stylus, which actually feels soft to the touch. And it does feel really nice. So on the Moto G Stylus, they actually say that this one has a 6.7-inch display on here. And on the HMD Global, it says that this one has a 6.6-inch display on here. So let me make them go all the way up when it comes to the brightness so you can see what I'm talking about, and change up the wallpapers a little bit to something more fun and relaxing to the eye. Let's turn that on. Get a different wallpaper now. And so yeah, the interfaces are really cool to play around with. So let me just change up this wallpaper. You can see they both have punch hole cutouts on the front, which makes them, you know, really good when it comes to the screen to body ratio. It means you're going to be able to get a really good amount of, you know, screen to work with. So yeah, definitely like both displays. They both are 20:9 aspect ratio when it comes to the displays, and they're both full HD plus. When it comes to the weight, the heavier one will be, you know, the Moto G, just by a little. Well, actually, nah, I'm talking about the HMD Skyline is going to be 7.4 ounces and the Moto G is going to be 6.7 ounces. So yeah, you're going to notice that the Skyline will be a little bit heavier when it comes to the weight of both of these devices. So they both have wireless charging, which is really cool. You know, I really do like the way that they look. So you get this shortcut button on the HMD Global on the left side, which comes in handy when you want to tap that. You can actually get different shortcuts, double press, long press. It says right here, so you can customize it by tapping that button. If I long press it, I'm able to open up, you know, Spotify. If I double tap it, that's the flashlight. Short press, you can customize it. So it gives you the option to customize it. You can select what action you want to choose from. So right here, you could do multiple actions with that shortcut button. It's really nice to play around with. And then you have this option right here where you can choose between different options on the shortcut key. So a really cool layout, also customization, and then you can also customize the power button as well too. So yeah, that's something that I really like about the HMD Global. They don't offer like always on displays. So, but the Moto does offer those Moto notifications right here, where you can still tap and see like the notifications that are coming in on here. The HMD Global does have that same thing. So if you tap, you can kind of scroll and see what's going on here, but just by dragging down, and then you can kind of like breeze through whatever the notifications are showing up right there. And then if you double tap, it doesn't do nothing. So it's going to ask you to do your pin. So yeah, I like that shortcut button. On the other side, you're going to see the volume rocker, and the for the HMD Global, you do get a fingerprint sensor, which is let me show you. So the power button's right here on the side, as well as the fingerprint sensor on the HMD Skyline. I keep calling it the Global because that's the name of the company, HMD Global Skyline. So then you get your volume rockers right above that, antenna line right above that. And it has this very, you know, like it almost looks like an aircraft carrier, how everything on here is aerodynamic and defined. The Moto G Stylus is a little bit more classic with the, you know, flat sides and corners are curved, where this one is more sharp and, you know, just edgy. So it's a little bit more, it screams out a little bit more. You have your microphone up top on both of these. The HMD Global does feel like it has metal materials, whereas the Moto G Stylus has like the plastic materials. And so on the bottom, you're going to get the stylus on the Moto G Stylus as well. You're also going to be getting 256 gigabytes on both of these devices when it comes to storage, and 8 gigabytes of RAM when it comes to both. But obviously you can get the 12 gigabyte model for the Skyline if you wanted. And they're going to have pretty much similar batteries, the 4,600 milliamp per hour battery on the Skyline and the 5,000 milliamp per hour battery on the Moto G Stylus. We'll get into the cameras too as well, but you know, you know, both of these devices are still pretty, you know, new in the sense that they were released less than 12 months ago. So 8 months ago, the Skyline came out in July 2024, and 11 months ago, the Moto G Stylus came out in, you know, 2024. So 11 months ago. So, you know, pretty good when it comes to the life of both of these. They're still pretty good when it comes to updates. You could still get like a solid year for both. Now, the Skyline does come in 2 different colors, or 3 different colors. So it's coming in this blue color. It also comes in pink, and I think you can get it in one more color. I can't remember. Whereas the Moto G Stylus comes in this, like, you know, this really nice beige color, and also comes in a nice red color. So the Moto G Stylus is IP54 water resistant when it comes to splashes. It has IP50, actually IP52, and then we get IP54 on the Skyline. So they're both pretty much like water resistant. They're not waterproof. So I just want to mention that real fast, but they both have similar displays, POLED panels, which I want to do a comparison with right now so you can see the panels like side by side. All right, so I'm going to show you the panels right now. Hold on one second. All right, so here we go. I'm going to show you guys the colors and also put them up full volume and show you the amount of quality that we're getting on both. Let me see if I could. It's not letting me slide this one down, but let me go over to brightness on this one. So the brightness is all the way up on this one. Now I'm going to go to the brightness on this one, and that one's all the way up as well. So yeah, they both are at the full brightness. Now let's compare the colors and also the quality of the video that we're getting. So you can see right here, if I go into advanced, we both have 2160 on both displays, which is the highest that they get up to. It looks like the Moto G Stylus has a little bit more saturated colors to it. The HMD does offer a very vibrant color, which has a little bit more redder, you know, colors inside of there. So a little bit more reds and more saturated on the Moto G Stylus is what I'm noticing. It's slightly brighter on the Moto G Stylus as well, but we have a little bit more contrast on the HMD Global. It's giving me deeper blacks, it looks like, but yeah, definitely the brighter panel is going to go to the Moto G Stylus. The better panel would probably be the Moto G Stylus when I'm just looking at both of these phones. So they're both going to offer some pretty good refresh rates. So you get 144 refresh rate on the HMD, 120 hertz refresh rate on the Moto G with 240 hertz touch sampling rate, which is crazy. They both have some pretty strong glass as well, scratch resistant, which is going to look really good for watching videos. And, you know, you're going to be able to get some really good quality. Peak brightness is about 1200 CD M2, which is but basically, you know, really good. You also get 1000 peak brightness on the HMD. So the Moto G Stylus is going to get slightly brighter when it comes to the brightness. All right, guys. So now for a microphone, a speaker test on the Moto G Stylus. This does have dual speakers. So let's listen to the sound quality from here. All right, so that was the Moto G Stylus. Now I'm going to switch it to the HMD Global. All right, so let me listen to the Moto G Stylus one more time just to make sure that I'm picking the winner when it comes to the sound. All right, so I think that the Moto G Stylus and the HMD Skyline both sound amazing, but if I had to pick a winner, I think that the Moto G Stylus has slightly more punch when it comes to the bass, and a little bit louder. So I definitely think that the Moto G Stylus is probably going to be a little bit more crispier when it comes to the audio quality on here. So yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about cameras real quick. There's a lot of things that I want to cover on these devices that I probably won't be able to cover, but I want to talk about cameras because that's important for a lot of people. So you might get more pixels per inch on the Skyline with 402 versus 393 on the Moto G Stylus. So it's going to look a little bit more pixel dense on the HMD. So yeah, definitely think they both look absolutely gorgeous though when it comes to the displays with the punch hole cutout. The cameras are going to be very solid on both. So you actually get a 50 megapixel on the Moto G, 108 megapixel on the Skyline, and the 13 megapixel wide angle and macro cameras on both. You get a telephoto on the Skyline, which is a 50 megapixel camera, which is crazy. They both record in 4K with optical image stabilization. So these are going to be really good cameras when it comes to recording video. So I definitely can say that that's going to be a solid thing. You can see we do get auto HDR on both of these. Let's go into the photos on this one. And so yeah, when it comes to the features on both, it's going to be very feature dense. You can see right here, we can actually get our customization on the camera for the HMD just by swiping down. And then you can choose your resolution as well. So high resolution or normal. I really like how you could just swipe down from the top and it's very smooth. Kind of reminds me of how the Pixel does it. And then you could even go right here into more settings, and it's very easy to use with one hand. You have your Ozo audio. You also have your QR scanner in there, your haptic feedback right in there, the shutter sound, mirror front, and stuff like that. So everything's on there when you swipe down. You get your timer, really good stuff right there. For the Moto G, if you want to get to the settings on here, it's all at the top. You can see right there, and then you have to hit the gear icon and you can get into your settings. It has like your front resolution is high, shot optimization, Google Lens, audio, zoom, amplify your audio when you zoom in on things, capture methods, so you can use your hand, you can smile or tap anywhere. And you also can, do your quick capture as well, twist your wrist twice to move the camera front and backwards. So yeah, they have a lot of good features on both. I kind of wanted to do a photo test real quick to compare them. All right, so obviously we're gonna get 4K on both. That's gonna be solid for when you're recording. You do get the option to choose raw photos on the HMD, which I really do like. When it comes to the front camera, it does appear that they both look really good and have a lot of detail on my face, and they're very accurate when it comes to the colors. The Moto G does a very good job of capturing detail on my face, and so does the HMD. So I'm very impressed with both. I think they both take really good photos. When it comes to the rear cameras on both, you're gonna see that they both, like the Moto G does a really good job of saturating the colors, and the colors just pop. Both shots look absolutely incredible. You will get like the punchier colors that I talked about with cooler colors on the Moto G, warmer tones on the HMD Skyline when it comes to photos. Very good detail on the HMD. Looking and just admiring. It has warmer colors on the HMD, more saturated on the, and cooler. Well, actually more cooler on the HMD, warmer on the Sky. I'm holding them opposite sides right here, so let me put them on the right side. So yeah, I just think that this one's gonna have a lot. These colors on the Moto G Stylus definitely aren't accurate. You can see it's way more orange in the photo than it is in real life, so that's kind of like fake when it comes to the colors. The HMD is going to offer you more realistic colors, so let me show you what I'm talking about. If I go back here to the image that I took and zoom in and show you the colors side by side, the HMD definitely is a little bit more accurate than the Moto G when it comes to the colors. But overall, yeah, more realistic camera on the HMD, but I just, everyone likes a saturated photo. So the Moto G Stylus also does a really good job as well. You get a lot of different modes on both of these phones, as you can see right here. Super, ultra steady video, dual sight, which both of them have, high resolution shots, astrophotography, which is also on the HMD. You have a night mode, which is available for the Moto G. Pro mode is available on both. And yeah, I just think you're going to get a large suite of features on both of these, which is going to be tremendous when it comes to videography and capturing different pictures of your family members, friends, and real life memories and moments. So I kind of just wanted to clear out all the apps real fast and just do a quick speed test. So let's clear those out. So now they're both basically, I'm going to do a performance test right after this, and then we'll wrap up the video. So I could just kind of, give you my ideas for both. Both of these do have eSIM. They both also do have band 5 for the Wi-Fi and band 6 for the Wi-Fi, which is really crazy. Bluetooth 5.1 on the Moto G, but Bluetooth 5.2 on the Skyline. LDAC support on both for audio, and both of them have all of the connections for GPS. So really good connections with GPS, USB 2.0 on both, and NFC on both, with voice over LTE and 5G on both. So the 33 watts fast charging on the Skyline and 30 watts charging on the Moto G, and they both do reversible wireless charging as well, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, both of these devices just are feature packed. They both offer some decent updates. So the Moto G Stylus is going to get Android 15, which is going to be the last update. And then the Skyline gets 2 years. So it got 15 already, then it's going to get 16. And then it's basically going to be a dub once that update hits. So let's just compare, do both apps side by side. So I'm going to do Meta real fast. 1, 2, 3. That looked like the Skyline for show. Let's do the Play Store. 1, 2, 3. That was basically a tie when it came to looking at them. Let's do, let me see, IG. Literally a tie right there, but one of them was faster. I couldn't tell which one was faster because it happened so fast that it was very hard to tell which one was faster right there. So let's do Amazon Prime. If I could see that real fast, Amazon Prime Video. So Prime Video, that looked like it was a tie. So yeah, there's going to be very little differences when it comes to the performance. You will notice on the HMD, it has that 144 refresh rate. So it looks absolutely smooth and buttery. So the same thing with the Moto G. So Amazon, and that looked like it was the HMD Global. Let's do the Bible app. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll jump into some gaming and see which one actually performs better. And that would look like this, the HMD right there. All right, so the last thing I want to do is the gaming test. So when it comes to hardware, the HMD Skyline has the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2. And when it comes to the hardware on the Moto G Stylus, it has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 1. And so, yeah, they're both going to be really good when it comes to the Snapdragon processors with the Adreno 710 on both. So let's go ahead and test out the gaming performance. All right, guys, so I'm using the Moto G Stylus, and the graphics look absolutely beautiful on here. When it comes to the graphics that we're able to choose, you get smooth and you get high refresh frame rate, and then smooth when it comes to the graphics. You also can do you could do balance with extreme or HD right here. You could do HD. You could even do HDR and extreme. I kind of want to mess around with that and kind of see what that looks like. Wow, this is insane. It's extremely good with the touch sampling rate of 240 hertz touch sampling rate. Very responsive. So let's land on the ground and kind of test this out. All right, so we're getting ready to land. The graphics look realistic and clean. Let me see where I landed. I don't have much options here. I should have went my own way to find weapons or whatever, but it looks really good when it comes to the graphics. Okay, there are some weapons here. Cool. So graphics are extremely smooth on this one. This is definitely a phone meant for gaming. If you are a gamer, then you could definitely appreciate the graphics on here for gaming. And I would highly recommend this for gaming. This looks absolutely beautiful when it comes to gaming right now. So it's performing flawlessly. The graphics look really good, almost like video game quality, like Xbox quality, like the first Xbox 360. I could see an enemy right now. Okay, so I got the kill right there. So yeah, I could definitely say this is fire when it comes to the graphics. This is really good. I'm extremely impressed right now with the quality on here on the Moto G Stylus 2025. It's a little bit 2024, my bad, because the 25 is right around the corner. It's a little bit warm to the touch, but nothing crazy to the point where I don't want to I want to put it down or throw a case on it or something like that. So really good graphics, very smooth. Wait, I could catch another kill. Got him. All right, so I got 2 eliminations right there on the Moto G. This is definitely a good game for a phone for gaming. All right, guys, so the Moto G Stylus was using the Gen 1, the Gen 1.6. This one is using the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2. So it's looks a little bit, yeah, you have your 144 hertz refresh rate on this one. Everything just looks really good. Yeah, this is really solid when it comes to gaming. I could see everything around me. Everything looks very quick, very smooth to the touch. I'm gonna try to run to where they want me to go so I don't get caught in that wave. Let's see how far that wave is. Let me change the graphics to full quality and see how fast. I think it's still on the same settings because I just continued the game from where I was before. So if I go into, let me see.
I need consumables.
Graphics. Okay, so there is a guy right there chasing me. I just got a kill. There's another guy. I'm trying to figure out where he's at.
I need consumables.
So I don't have any bandages right now. So I'm gonna have to get some bandages. There's a medical kit right there.
Head toward this point. Search for vehicles.
All right, cool. So yeah, this one's actually pretty fire. Let me go right here where it says graphics. If I go to customize right here, I still have smooth and extreme. So yeah, this is definitely the better device. And we also do get HDR and extreme.
Help!
So the only thing I noticed is that the HMD Skyline has slightly better graphics, but the Moto G Stylus definitely looks brighter when I'm playing. They both get a little bit warm when it comes to gaming on here. Very good for both phones when it comes to performance. So they both don't get crazy hot or anything, but they both feel extremely smooth. And these are both phones that I would recommend for people that want a game. I could definitely say you can compete when it comes to basically using both of these devices for gaming. But yeah, I'm really impressed overall with the graphics on both of these phones. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. And basically they both do a really good job when it comes to offering a really good value for the budget smartphones in the kind of budget mid-range price, I want to say. But these are both really solid phones overall when it comes to this category. So if I had to choose one, obviously you get the headphone jack on the Moto G Stylus. You don't have that on the HMD. You also do get the S Pen. You do get expansion of the storage on both of these devices as well. Dual speakers, wireless charging, reverse wireless charging, IP rating with waterproof. The Moto G Stylus has that in-display fingerprint with 1 year of OS updates, whereas this one has 2 years of OS updates. So it's going to be a little bit more money. Customized key right here on the side of the HMD. It's really close. You also do get slightly better cameras on the HMD with more realistic colors. But let me know what you guys think. Also slightly better battery life on the Moto G Stylus and slightly better speakers, but I don't think you'll be mad about the speakers on the HMD Skyline. But let me know what you guys think down below. If you're still here, just type down below in the comment section, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people. And I'll hit you back. I'll check you guys later. Namaste.